Did you guys
What's
like
up, guys?
disappearing act there for a second?
Yeah, like all of a sudden you just disappeared.
Bye, guys.
I don't need to be here for this.
Yeah.
It happened, and it's just so fortuitous that it just happened right as it hit 9 o'clock over here, and I was like, Paul?
Yeah, I was gone for a split second. So I realized I wasn't logged in, and I can't manage the comments if I'm not logged in. So I'm like, oh, let me just click login. And then next thing you know, I was like out of the room. I'm like, no. Guys, it feels like it has been like 4 days since I've seen you last.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, wait. It's been a weekend, man. What a time of our lives that we had, huh?
The last time I saw Ed, he was sound asleep in the hotel room. Oh, no, not that.
Knocked out. I was out.
Yeah, you were done. I was just like, and I was wishing I hadn't booked such an early flight because I could have used some more sleep.
I questioned that judgment call. Like as soon as you said you were taking off super early,
I'm like, it was a bad judge by me. So what we're talking about is the Curved Brim Media doubleheader in Minnesota. That was can I say it unequivocally, a roaring success. It was.
Oh yeah.
It was a big day. It's a great day.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, go ahead.
From the moment that I got on the plane, I mean, it was fun because like as soon as I'm like getting out of the plane, all I see is, Anna, and well, actually the first person I saw was Anna, and then I saw Patrick who's sitting down, and I was like, yes, here we go. It's about to get fun.
Yes, it was fun. I arrived in Minnesota. I had a 5 a.m. flight out of Colorado, so I set my alarm for 1:40 a.m. because it's about an hour drive to the airport. Whoa. So I showed up.
Sorry.
Yeah, I showed up. I landed at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was raining. It was raining in Minneapolis, and I'm like, oh God, we're gonna have both games rained out, and this is like the whole thing's gonna be a total wash. And I got up at 1:40 in the morning for no reason. And then like the skies just like cleared, like we ordered it. It was like the weather could not have been any better than it was.
It was perfect. It wasn't super hot, right? The sun wasn't really beaming on us at all. I mean, the weather was absolutely wonderful. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. Philip makes an excellent point here. The only good thing about a road trip ending, start planning for the next one.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
anyway,
that the truth? Yeah.
So it was so great to finally meet both of you in person.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh, what a day that was. And for me, a bucket list item. And I don't know if I identified this as a bucket list item when I was on your podcast. But
I don't think it's something we talked about. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
if anything, it would have been a really good bucket list item to add because that's amazing.
That's a great thing that we did, right? Like, I mean, how many people have been to 2 games in one day? Now, the funny thing is, I feel like we saw some of the same people at both games.
It's crazy, right?
There was one dude walking around in like a Devil Rays jersey, like an old school Devil Rays jersey, and I think he was at both games. And so
I did see like 1 or 2 people. I'm like, I think I've seen this person at the Twins game, but
so
it was.
I mean, I feel like I could get away with that. Like, there's got to be multiple times where I could go see the Rangers play and then drive to Frisco and catch a Rough Riders game, or drive down to Cleburne. But I've never, for whatever reason, I thought about doing it. And I guess when you're on your home turf, it's a little more difficult to find the energy to do it.
Yeah. Well, when it's just you, I mean, part of what made this so much fun was like the crowd that we had, right? Like we had a great crowd there. And so anyway, so Philip is absolutely right. Time to start planning for the next one.
Correct.
And that's going to be amazing. So, and both of those ballparks were new for me. Both of those were bucket list items for me. So,
same here.
You know, and Minnesota, I would say, was actually like high on my list of the major league ballparks that I have not seen. Maybe it might have been second because I have not seen Pittsburgh yet, and I still need to see Pittsburgh.
All right. Yeah. So how did it hit for you? Like,
okay, try good.
No, that was it.
That was the whole question. Okay. I loved it. So I thought it was great. I I understand it was built in 2010, right? So it's relatively recent. I really like the open concourses in the outfield for sure. I thought the concessions were good. We never had a line for the concessions, right? Like we just even though
right where we were at up there, it was amazing.
Right. And so the announced attendance was like 23,000, which is, sort of
more
mid-range.
Than the Guardian.
And right. So it was but like at no point did I have to like stand in line for a long time waiting for concessions. I thought the views were cool. I really liked the views. And I'm trying to think of what else. To me, the big things, it's comfortable, the open what I was going to say was it's hard for me, like if I've only seen one game at a place, to really say, okay, that's, here's how I feel about this place. Because it's like the weather was perfect. It was an entertaining game. It was a close game. And it was obviously great company. And so, when we were in the shade, everyone was relaxed. It was, everything about it was just sort of fun. So, so I had such a positive experience there that it's hard to say, well, like, oh, it was because the ballpark was so good.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've kind of came to realize is, after talking to a couple of different people for the show and everything is, you're right, Paul, like you can't judge the ballpark by the one visit. And I know that some people try to they'll plan a trip so that they can do multiple games back to back in the ballpark and kind of move around and everything. But the last time I was there, we sat on the third base side in the lower seating bowl, and it was a night game. And so obviously this time was the opposite side of the ballpark during the day. And man, it was a totally different experience. And both games were great. It was a lot of fun both times, but you really do, there's so many moving components about your time at a ballpark.
Yeah. So how did you guys think it compared, like the experience? We saw two games in the same day. The second one obviously was the St. Paul Saints. How did you guys think that St. Paul Saints game compared?
Okay, first of all, I have to announce that the Colorado Rockies are wearing their City Connect uniforms right now. They're license plate uniforms, so just wanted to put that out there. So the Twins, I actually started to respect the fact that we set up there, pretty high, so we can actually see the whole field and see the whole ballpark. There are some views of the city, so I appreciated that. And then obviously the fact that we were all hanging out made it even better. But for me, I think the experience was a little bit better at the Saints game. Just because the atmosphere was a little bit different, right? The host was more engaging. The whole ballpark felt a little bit more engaging with their fans more than the Twins. So
yeah. Plus, we sat in the berm, which by the end of the game was like a little bit like difficult on the old glutes there, but
for real, right? Like, sweet Lord.
But I'll tell you what I did not expect was that it was the score was 8-7 in the 9th inning, and I was rooting for a tie because I wanted more baseball.
So was I. I was rooting for extra innings.
Yeah. So
yeah.
What do you think, Anna?
Obviously, the first game was my team. I was there watching the Rays, and so that plays a role. But I always enjoy the minor league ballpark more. I just do. Like you walk around, you can always have eyes on the game. You're bumping into people. People seem a lot more engaging. You're a lot more likely to bump into somebody that actually wants to talk to you rather than, maybe at the major league parks. And you're right, Paul. Like the 9 innings of sitting on the grass is not conducive to feeling good the next morning. But man, I love a berm. Like that is something that I'm really coming to appreciate is, there's no major league ballpark as far as I can recall that has that grassy knoll where you just run and,
And as a parent, I appreciate a berm.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, I like that. I appreciate that there's a berm because my daughter can just run around and I can keep an eye on her, but at the same time, still be able to watch some of the games. So yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
So anyway, that I have to say that whole experience, like just completely exceeded my expectations, right? Like just the logistics of it, the just like how chill everyone was the whole day. Like there was like I don't think I experienced a single moment of tension the entire day, right? Like, and I'm just like, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, it was a great day.
So, yeah,
great day.
So.
And a great. I don't know who recommended Fulton Brewery ahead of the first game, but whoever suggested that was, man, that was on point because those nachos and that beer I had.
The Lonely Blonde.
Mm-hmm,
Let me tell you who recommended Fulton Brewery. It is now Curved Rim Media hero Eric Lichtenberg.
Yeah.
For real?
That was Eric.
Where is it? Darn it!
Here you go. I got
Do you have it with you?
It right here.
Yes,
right
you do.
Here
Look at that.
Look at these helmets that Eric Lichtenberg made for us.
So good.
He created a logo, put them on an ice cream helmet, and then put the Curved Rim Media logo on the back of the helmet.
I mean, how cool is that, right?
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah,
that's pretty great.
Yeah.
So Eric Lichtenberg is now officially a hero.
Yeah, he is my hero right now.
Definitely.
Hey, look, it's Eric.
It really was a great spot, right? We got there and early enough, right, that we were able to just sit, there, enjoy, like you said, the nachos, which were amazing. I tore them suckers up like right away as soon as we got there, and the beer. Oh my God, was that a good beer?
Yeah. Well, I had like an extra 45 minutes on you guys at that brewery because you got off the light rail and started walking in circles. So
what? That's crazy talk.
I legitimately, I was just like, those guys are all in the team store right now. I was sure that you guys just went and hit like Ed can't resist buying dad hats right now. So
that's it. No, I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. But we walked around the whole ballpark because a guy who lives there is from there told us to go the other way.
That wasn't Chris. That wasn't my guy. That wasn't Chris.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
I was disappointed in that guy. Let me tell you.
Look, Brad's here. This is like we're having like a reunion now. This is awesome.
What's up, Brad? Oh, let me see. I'm actually on the Fulton Beer website, trying to see if they have my beer near me.
Oh, yeah. Can you look it up? I will say we purposefully walked around Target Field. I got some excellent shots of the exterior, and I did that for everyone. I did that. I did that on purpose so I could explain,
Smart.
the limestone. Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I was really just checking out the architecture. I wasn't lost. Nah.
That's right, Brett. He numbered the helmets. So I was those were cool. Took some cool shots. Obviously, I took some content video. So that was a lot of fun. The 5 questions. I actually ordered 2 books because I'm changing my questions up, guys. I gotta keep them fresh, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm waiting to see what your questions were. I'm a huge fan of your questions. Questions. So anyway, the questions were great. I'm enjoying the videos. Like, I know that mine's coming up. I don't know how big of a dummy I sounded like. So
total dumb. Oh my God, it was so bad. I don't even know if I want to bring it on. Like, I honestly don't know if I want to put your video on just because it was that bad.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't do it.
Let's see. Actually, you are the next set of videos is going to be you. And I keep forgetting. I'm gonna be so mad. He's gonna be mad at me. And the other gentleman that met us there at the Saints game, he didn't go to the.
There was Jake.
Yeah, and Craig.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. He's gonna be. You and him are gonna be tomorrow that I'm releasing that one.
Okay. Oh, very excited. Very excited.
So
yeah. So. Well, anyway, I mean, I guess we could talk about this all night, right? Like
we can, yeah, absolutely, we sure can.
But my question for you guys was, what's next for you? What's your next minor league game?
It's Father's Day, so Sunday, I will be at the Holly Springs Salamanders. They're going to be playing the Wilmington Sharks.
All right.
Very
So
cool.
my buddy, he is the head coach of the Sharks. He goes like, "Hey, are you going to be there?" And I'm like, "Bet." So I will be there. We're going to hang out. So, I'm taking the wife and the kid. So we're going to spend Father's Day at the ballpark. I mean,
Beautiful.
I
Perfect
hope
day.
he's wearing the hat I gave him.
Well, he can't because he's wearing the on-field hat.
Oh, of course. Okay.
He's managing the team. He can't do that.
So
So that's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait.
Yes.
Let's see. I suppose just home demanding beer from foreign people. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Beer for people. What's that?
Ice cream. It's more like ice cream than
right.
Ice
It's
cream
more
and
like ice
photos.
cream helmets.
I feel like I was like the I was both games. I was just like running around. Anyone who wanted ice cream, I was buying ice cream. I'm like, who wants a helmet? I'm buying ice cream.
Yeah. I took advantage of that. So thank you again.
Yeah.
I took advantage of it at the Minnesota Twins game.
Rumor is that next Friday, Zach and his fam might be down here in Cleburne. And I'm hoping that if that's true, I can get a little game of catch in, maybe on the berm, with the Beeson family. So I hope we're on for that. If not, I'll just find a random kid.
Right. That's awesome. I like that. That's going to be cool. I like it. You should definitely. I'm going to see if I can play catch, with either somebody from either team on Sunday. So, that's what I'm hoping for.
Nice.
That'll be super cool. So,
when are we going to see the play catch video that we shot?
Next week.
Okay.
Next week, because next week is the whole week is going to be play catch week. It's National Play Catch Week. So I'm reserving that for that, so that's going to be pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And Chris sent me some shots also. So I gotta put that together. So I haven't done that yet. That's on my list of things to do.
Okay.
For next week. So I'm excited.
I'm excited to see it. Yeah.
Should be good. And I've watched it. I've watched it. We all caught the ball. We all did good. So we did good.
You heard the story about how Patrick Newt caught a ball at the. I feel like we should share this story.
Right?
So
how
Patrick
nuts was
Newt,
that?
He left our group to go charge his phone and was sitting there at the phone chargers behind home plate and was just sitting there charging his phone at the Saints game while we were all out at the berm. And then he texts us a picture of a baseball that came flying his way and that he caught. And so it was just sitting there and he got a ball at the.
Just rolled to him, which is insane. I'm like, oh, here's something. Here's a ball. I'm like, God, this guy is like the luckiest dude when it comes to catching, foul balls and all of that. Yeah. Unreal.
Yeah. Yeah. And yet he refuses to give them to children. So
I listen, I can understand this.
Too much. So I have a buddy who was at a San Jose Giants game today, and it was like super hot there apparently, and it was just him and his kids, and they apparently got a foul ball because they were the only people in the section.
Nice.
Yeah. Now here's what
always worked out.
Foul ball. He sent a picture of it, and it just says minor league baseball on it, and it's signed by Rob Manfred. Yeah. Yeah, I know, that's a bummer.
That's a ball that I would definitely be like, up, throw it back.
Yeah, throw it back. Give it to a kid.
Don't need it.
Oh man, I actually don't know right now exactly what my next minor league game is.
What?
I guess I know for certain that James, Christopher, and I are going to the what do you call it? The Rocky Mountain Vibes. And then on July 7, and then on July 8, we're going to a Gem City Bison game.
Speaking of Gem City, did you see the new uniforms they released today?
Yeah, I like them.
Holy moly, they look good.
They've got good branding.
Sweet mother. Wow.
All right, I got a question for you guys.
All right, we're ready. Ready for some questions. Done reminiscing about Minnesota here.
On the heels of yesterday's near no down to the final strike in St. Louis, do you feel like there's been an uptick in no-hitters or near no-hitters this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. And why do we think that is? I know they've changed the ball. Do you think it's really got that much to do with it?
Well, they changed a couple of things. They changed the ball, and then pitchers can't use anything, other than just a rosin bag, right? So that has I don't know, but if anything, that's should help the batter, right? With a pitcher not having to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thought.
I think there's been sort of a general uptick like in recent years. And I kind of feel like it's just like the sort of what is it they call it, the 3 true outcomes, right? Like the home run, strikeout, or walk, I guess, whatever. So I don't know. I don't know. It probably has something to do with the dead ball. I'm sure that's kept some balls in the yard, right? And then I think some of them are I think some of it's just a function of every pitcher's out there throwing 98 miles an hour.
I was watching the game the other day, the Guardians, and they were talking about this, and something that they pointed out that I really wasn't even thinking about is that they're saying that they've seen a decrease in home runs, especially opposite field home runs.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. So, but mostly the opposite field home runs, that they had seen a decreasing those since compared last year to this year, and they're like, maybe there's a baseball and Major League Baseball's not talking about it kind of situation. They're keeping a hush hush, which is very on par for them.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's the rumor that the humidors are like they're on all 30 ballparks now, right? That used to be something that was only in a handful of them, and now all of a sudden MLB is like, nah, we got to keep these balls regulated so they're all the same.
Yeah, but the problem was that Colorado actually did need a humidor because of the altitude. So that didn't, that wasn't because of any trying to cheating or anything. It was because it is so high up there.
Yeah. I saw that. Have you guys ever seen the humidor? I saw the humidor when I was under the stadium, basically, for Coors Field, and it was like, it's enormous. It's like the size of a room. It's like one of those old computers.
Well, yeah, you need that many baseballs, right?
I guess you need a lot of baseballs. Yeah.
Is it fancy though?
Well, it just looked like a big, like a metal furnace, basically. It looked like a giant,
like a sauna.
I kind of see it like in my mind. I envision it as like a wine cellar at some rich person's house,
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So,
all right, guess what, guys? We have a special guest. We have a
holy moly!
I know what a world we live in right now here. So I gotta turn this off. So all right, we're bringing in a special guest. I'm looking at the options here, and one of the options is ban from studio and kick from studio. How do we actually?
Let's see here.
All right. Hey, gentlemen, in his St. Paul Saints cap,
beautiful cap. I have that
hero, Eric Lichtenberg. Hi, Eric. How are you doing?
Great. How are you guys?
Eric, we seriously can't stop talking about these helmets that you did.
We have been talking about it, my friend.
Yeah, no problem.
So this logo that you created for it is very cool. Like, first I was just like, oh, it's so cool that Eric did that. And then I realized that like part of what you did was you created this logo for the thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So you didn't just
event logo, sure. Yeah.
On the actual, and so you showed up, and mine actually says for display only. So I can't sell this. So
right. I don't recommend it in the dishwasher either.
No, it will never see the inside of a dishwasher. I promise you that.
Or ice cream.
It will never see ice cream either. Yeah, no, it's living on my shelf next to my Baseball by Design podcast helmets here. So, and my Beloit Snappers shot glass.
Nice.
So random.
It is a little random.
Love it.
So we obviously missed you, Eric, after you had to leave. So Eric was only with us for the first game. But still, you have the St. Paul Saints cap there. You're a logo aficionado.
Yep.
you're wearing this old the old STP one that you have on there.
Yeah.
I know that Ed is probably grabbing it right now.
I am. I'm going to do it now.
Okay, the STP logo.
There we go. Nice.
It's the same one.
Oh yeah.
Did you get 2 hats there, Ed?
No, I would never do such a thing.
Because so Ed also has, and there's documented photographic evidence of this, the STP that looks like a pig.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I have the traditional like interlocking STP, but it's upstairs in my bedroom, hanging on the end of my bedpost because I went running in it this morning. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right. So as a logo aficionado, Eric, is there one of those logos that you like the best?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
It's like choosing a kid.
Yeah, right. Right now I lean towards this one. I think it's a good flashback to the logo is actually a modern twist on what they wore in the 50s or 40s and 50s. So when they were a Dodgers affiliate. So I know Ebbets Field Flannels does a similar version out of wool for any of those Ebbets Field Flannels fans out there. And then Anna has the one that they brought back when they came back as an independent team back in '93, and obviously the color ends. Yeah, it started off black, and now they're more of they went to a royal blue, and now they're taking on the Twins navy blue color scheme in their current palette. So
I have the one I got is black, and then it has the blue STP with a white outline on it.
Yeah, yep.
And
I'll be getting that one later on.
We call that the Bill Murray version, because that's the one he wore in Space Jam.
Yes. So I had to decide whether I wanted the St. Paul Saints hat or the St. Paul Saints shirt with the traditional like Saints branding on it. Yeah. And then I was going to get the pig logo. Ed, do you have the pig logo one handy there?
Oh, the pig guy one. Yeah. Yep.
So I was debating whether to get, which one I wanted on the hat and which one I wanted on the shirt. I'm very pleased with my decision because I wore the shirt the other day and it got a lot of attention. People are like, what am I looking at here? Like I see, there you go. Yep. I love like
that's a great design too. I love the how they incorporated the STP and the.
I was just gonna say, yeah, exactly. Inside the pig, how they included it. That is amazing.
Yeah. The type as image I think is awesome.
Yep.
So you've been, Eric, obviously you're as a local, you've been to the Saints games before they were affiliated, yeah?
Correct. Yep.
Do you think there's a difference in the experience and the fan experience now?
I think slightly.
It's a little bit more subdued.
No, I think they just kind of maybe just dialed it back just a little bit. Other than that, I feel like it's pretty the same. And they were pretty adamant when they made the announcement that they were going to be affiliated with the Twins, that they were going to still be. Their motto was always "Fun is good." So they were honor that long legacy of just having fun at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Oh, they had their fun.
Yeah.
But Ed, we had that experience. You remember when they became an affiliate, the Saints put out a version of their logo that was the Minnie and Paul logo. But instead of Paul, I guess they had the pig.
Yep.
And so
Madonna.
Madonna, yeah.
Madonna, exactly. Madonna. I should know Madonna's name because we got our picture taken with her.
Yeah.
So they had Minnie and Madonna, I guess, as the two characters in their version of the logo, and it was a cartoon pig instead of the old school, Minnie and Paul logo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Major League Baseball, that they told us at the shop, Major League Baseball made them stop selling that. They weren't allowed to use that logo anymore. Like Major League Baseball stepped in and said, "Nah."
Huh.
Yeah. So Ed and I were mad because I wanted that on a T-shirt.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Major League Baseball stepped in and did something stupid.
Yeah, right. Well, I know some screen printers in town. Maybe if I call in some favors, we can get some recreated.
That'll be amazing.
That would be amazing. Like
someone in North Carolina might be interested in one as well.
I was just going to say, T Public basically like doesn't
let you do anything.
They don't give two damns about what trademark stuff. I've been printing like copyrighted trademarked logos on our Baseball Palooza T-shirts forever.
Yeah.
They're just always like, whatever.
I don't care.
I think I know a guy. I think I know an expert Photoshopper, as we just discovered recently.
Corey Nelson's hidden skill.
Right.
That's too funny.
Nice.
Well, I think Eric, we're going to have to contract with you and pay you for your services to develop logos for all future curved brim
CBM,
Yeah.
logos here.
Yeah,
So.
knocked it out of the park for sure.
The
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I loved it.
official Curve Brim Media graphic designer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I know Pat Larson would support that.
Yeah, right.
I have to say about this, the hat that Ed and Eric are both wearing now, I never put together until I've just been staring at it how closely the NC State logo mirrors it. And I don't know which one came first, but they're very similar.
I know
I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints.
The original one is the S is a lot thinner, almost in line with the line weight of the T and the P. So I think this is just a little bit more modern version of it, but still cool.
As soon as they came up with this 47, it was a done deal. I was like, yep, I'm getting it. So
I actually have a lighter blue version of the 47 because the Twins did a throwback to the Saints, I think like 7-8 years ago, and did a limited run of 47 hats in the royal blue. Yep.
It was really cool to see Saints gear in their store, and I like in the Twins team store, and I know that they're obviously fairly close together, but I have not seen that at any other ballpark.
I was surprised. I was at a game about a month ago and they didn't have it then. So that's cool. I know for a while there they did have all the affiliates hats in there. So even down to the Cedar Rapids Colonels. Years ago they had Rochester Red Wings. So that was always nice to see the affiliates getting some love from the parent club.
The Red Wings were the Saints' opponent in the game that we saw.
Yeah.
Craig was telling me about this social media promotion that the Saints were doing where because the Red Wings were the former affiliate, they said if you bring your ex to the ballpark and you have photographic documentation proving that y'all were together, you can get in for free. And
that's Saints baseball right there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would be that desperate to save $7.
Right.
It's good to know the option exists.
Was it like the Red Wings who put it on Twitter? I was like, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I mean, you gotta have fun with it, which is amazing.
Yes.
That's really good. Yeah. I enjoy that very much.
It was good. It was good. Yeah. And as a fan of hats, the Red Wings logo that they were wearing, the R with the feathers, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I want it.
Yeah. The Red Wings have a good brand, and I always have to point this out for some reason when I talk about the Red Wings. The Rochester Red Wings precede the Detroit Red Wings by 2 years.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
So Detroit's the copycat.
Suck it, Detroit.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I am this is a complete aside here, but I'm becoming like very slightly intrigued by the goings on in the NHL right now because Colorado Avalanche are in the final. So is that what you call it? Is it
Stanley Cup
final?
Yep, finals.
Final.
Yep.
So the NBA is the finals and the Stanley Cup is the final. Is that right? Do I have that right?
Stanley Cup final.
Stanley Cup finals. Yeah.
Wait, is it final or finals? So NBA. So then the NBA is final.
Yeah.
One of them is final and the other is finals, and I can never keep it straight. Yeah. So
I might be wrong then. I always thought maybe it's Stanley Cup final. I don't know. I do know this is the first time in history that the two NHL teams in the Stanley Cup.
It's the Stanley Cup final.
Neither one of them has an S at the end of their name.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
The Lightning and the Avalanche. We went weather phenomenon, and we went mass nouns and weather phenomenon.
I like it.
So, Anna, should we have some sort of bet here? Like, are you a Lightning fan, a partisan?
I don't pay much attention to hockey. I like to go to games. I like being at games, but like if we're talking hockey, I'd go Stars over Lightning. But
you mean Minnesota Star, right?
I was gonna say careful with that.
The North Stars, yeah. Ooh, I forgot. Touchy subject. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Speaking of hockey, totally did not know, and this is my ignorance, that the Minnesota Wild do not play in Minneapolis, but they play in St. Paul.
Yeah. St. Paul, the Saints are the only sports team that plays in St. Paul that actually goes by St. Paul. All the other teams in St. Paul go by Minnesota or something else.
That's the Dallas. That's the Dallas special right there. Got the Dallas
Well,
Cowboys who play in Arlington.
The Minnesota Twins were the first professional baseball team to be named after the state.
I'm super glad Eric's here. This is great.
I'm loving all of this now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what are the others? What are the others then? So you have Texas and you've got Colorado.
Yep.
Is that it?
Used to have California.
Yep. California.
Used to have Florida Marlins as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, they changed to Miami. That's right.
I guess you could say New York,
I was
but
just
that's
gonna say,
kind of a cop out. Yeah.
Well, both New Yorks.
Yeah. But I think they're more city teams.
Yeah, that's more. I think that's city.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But do
Did you
the
say Colorado
Mets
already?
play in New York City?
Yeah.
I don't think they
No,
do.
Yeah, they did.
play in, I thought they played in New Jersey. No, they played in
Flushings or something like that, right?
Flushing, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look.
I just
See?
thought, if Colin was here, I wanted to make sure he knew he was being taunted.
I think that's it.
The Mets are starting their return to earth here.
Yeah, seriously.
How about my Phillies with a 2-out, 2-strike walk-off home run win today? That was exciting.
Very nice.
In the NHL, Carolina Hurricanes,
Yeah.
New Jersey Devils, Washington Capitals.
Oh, you got the Washington Nationals. Well, that's a DC team. Never mind. I retract my statement. Yeah.
Washington Generals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys know why the history of the Minnie and the Paul logo? No.
I learned that last time I was there, but I would prefer that an expert relay this story.
I was telling the story to Patrick, but yeah. So when Calvin Griffith wanted to move the Washington Senators to Minnesota or to the Twin Cities, he wanted to name the team after Minnesota, so he wanted to put the letter M on the cap. Well, the St. Paul Saints fan base didn't want the M on the cap because that meant that there was going to be. I thought their name would be after the Minneapolis Millers, which was also a minor league team. So to please both the St. Paul Saints fans and the Minneapolis Millers fans, he decided to put TC on the cap to kind of please the Twin Cities metro area and not have to worry about offending a fan base in either city. That's why there's the TC on the cap for Twin Cities. And that's why Minnie and Paul are shaking hands over the Mississippi River, because they're coming together, because now there's this new team called the Minnesota Twins.
I love this.
I love the logo. Yeah, it's such a good logo and like a great story backing it up too. It's one of my favorites, and why I was on a mad hunt to find my idealistic hat that doesn't exist apparently. So better luck next time.
Well, they did release a new Minnesota Twins hat. The M. It's kind of fire.
I was looking for the Minnie and Paul. I wanted the Minnie and Paul state logo on a T-shirt. I couldn't believe that I couldn't find just like the Minnie and Paul state logo on a T-shirt. I got the circle logo with just the heads, and so that was pretty good. So it was a decent, it was a decent replacement for it. But still, I was just like, I had a very specific idea of the shirt I wanted, and it didn't exist.
Yeah, that's my hat. Same story. But I love that logo because it's really one of the only ones that I can think of it's not ferocious, and it's not like, it's just like, hi, we're from the Midwest and we're nice to everybody, and we have these two guys who are shaking hands, and it's so exemplary of like what that
welcome by our city.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, we should point out, if I don't think we have yet, that Eric is responsible for Pat Larson's logo.
Yeah,
he is.
So Eric, this
great
is Eric.
Logo.
Yeah. Eric has a history with Curd Brim Media as our staff designer, our in-house designer.
I was just gonna say, might as well be that. Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason you haven't gotten paid yet, Eric, is we're waiting on your W-9s. But other than that,
all right. I thought you were gonna pay me an ice cream, but.
Well, that could be. If you had stuck around longer, I would have.
I know.
Or a beer.
Beer, yeah.
I really like my souvenir beer cup that I got at the Saints game. So
in the corner.
I was I'm glad I didn't get like literally sick to my stomach at the end of the night, because I really had, with the exception of the Juicy Lucy, like the Juicy Lucy was the only savory food that I had once the first game started. So my day was Starbucks coffee, beer and nachos.
Thanks for talking about the Juicy Lucy. Thanks.
Sorry.
No, but tell me where you got your Juicy Lucy from.
Oh gosh.
Shamrocks.
Shamrock. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Anna knows. Anna didn't even make it. Anna knows.
No, I didn't. I didn't get there.
So we two of us parked on the street by the brew pub, and so we were able to just like roll right out, and we got to the Shamrock place for our Juicy Lucy between games. And then we were there for like 20 minutes, and we're waiting for the other car to show up, and finally we're like, "Where are you guys?" And they're like, "We're like 10 minutes out," and Anna's like, "We're 12 minutes out." I'm like, "We already ordered." Like, so that car missed out on the Juicy
decided to just head straight to the ballpark.
So well, imagine eating a cheeseburger, but every time you bite it, you get molten cheese all over your beer.
And it melted the roof of your mouth.
Well, I didn't have that experience, but I was like, oh no, Brad's here. Brad, it wasn't you. It was where you were parked.
It was not his fault at all. I mean,
not Brad's fault.
We were there for like 10, 15 minutes, just not moving at all. It was insane.
Yeah. No. It was no fault of the car itself.
That's it. Let's blame him. No, that's it. I changed my mind.
Brad ruined it again.
Totally your fault. Totally your fault.
So then, Paul, so you're kind of describing like a hot pocket to me. It sounds like where the cheese just like burns your lip into oblivion. Is it something you would do again?
Yeah, I would totally do it again because it was delicious.
Yeah, okay.
They're amazing.
And I didn't actually have the experience of the burning. To me, it was more just messy. So what I had was a plate full of because I was sort of shown the technique of like leaning over the plate and then biting in it like sort of from the top, not the top of the burger, but just like, letting gravity do the work if there was going to be any exploding cheese. And so then what I had was like a plate full of melted cheese. Like I took a bite and then the cheese came out and it was all over the plate. And so then I had a bunch of fries with some cheese. And so that was delicious.
Cheesy fries.
I had cheese fries. Right? Yeah. I was.
So pretty much a Juicy Lucy is 2 patties with cheese in it, right? Like it's just pretty much. That's what.
Well, yeah, but it was more like, imagine like a jelly donut, but the donut part is meat and the jelly part is cheese.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've attempted to making them at home, and I just take 2 patties and I take a couple cubes of cheese and
that's exactly what I do here. Yeah,
throw them on the grill, and hopefully they don't explode.
Yeah.
Or melt right into the grill.
Right.
That too, right?
That's gonna suck cleaning up.
But the end of this story was, with the exception of the Juicy Lucy, I had at each game I basically had a beer, a soda, and an ice cream. And so by the end of the night, like I'm just like it's all like caffeine and like sugary alcohol and ice cream.
By the end of the night, I was craving nothing but water. That's it. That's all I wanted.
Oh man,
I wanted water.
How delicious was water?
It was just God.
Yeah,
that's really funny. Yeah, I actually had a water at dinner, and I was just like, oh, I could use like 4 more of these, please.
Mm-hmm.
And so
you know what coming.
I actually drank the waters that they set out for you guys who didn't show up. So
I'm glad someone enjoyed that water.
I got your water, Ed. That's why you were.
I had a great veggie burger and fries at the Saints game until I
actually have to say the burger
all over
that
everything.
The burger that I had was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Those fries were delicious.
I believe that. The concessions were. The ice cream was good. The Saints ice cream was good.
Yes.
Did not have the ice cream at the Saints.
I know.
Someone left me hanging, watching all the bags. I wonder could that be.
We're like, let's sneak out of here and get ice cream.
It was like more of the Ed, you got this, right? Okay, cool. We'll be back.
I'm pretty sure we talked to you ice cream. I'm not sure that's how that went.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You did a great job, though.
Oh, I was a good, bag watcher. I was like, what are you doing?
Nothing was stolen. I still had both of my Twins helmets at the end of the night.
That's all that matters. some Saints helmets. So boom.
And then I had three Saints helmets and handed one off to you, Ed, and that's I hope that's in a prominent place right now. And the other one, the other extra has already been traded off. Yeah, so I like that they had a new design this year, though. It's
that's new for them this year.
Yeah. So that was exciting.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Now, we got to figure out where are we going to be next year for this, man? It's just one of those things. It's like, okay,
Well, this is where you start. This is where you start watching. And my friend Song, the event manager, man, she and I spent an hour and a half on the phone the other day putting together like a Google Doc of some stuff that we want to bring to the group. So just you wait here. Johnny asks an interesting question here.
Ooh.
Who spent the most on merchandise? I bought a Twins shirt and then a Saints shirt and cap.
I'm gonna go with Patrick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Patrick. That's my guess too.
Yeah.
Those 59.50.
Yeah, 59.50s are not cheap,
Plus t-shirts too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
How many t-shirts did he get?
I don't know that he bought a Saints shirt, but I know for sure he got one from
the Twins.
From the Twins. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he bought more than one 59.50, then I think
oh yeah, he took
took
the price, for sure. Yeah.
I have not gone through the exercise of tallying up the whole cost of the day, and I'm not going to. We'll just
we're gonna go ahead and let it go.
That credit card bill will sort of come and go, and I will pretend like it never happened.
just one of those was like, just pay
it. Right, exactly. Don't even look.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it was so worth it though. Like, I mean, it really was a lot of fun. Met some cool people, right? So, met Eric for the first time.
Yep.
Your friend Chris was there as well. So, I mean,
Chris, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Couldn't have asked for anything else. Brad.
David and Bruce came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the way from Green Bay.
Now, how cool was that, right? Like, they drove from Green Bay.
David and his dad, they drove like 4 hours. So if Anna beat me to it, but I was getting ready to like tweet out a really sappy, like this was like a lifetime memory, something I'll always remember, and like so glad to have these friends. And then Anna beat me to it, so I just tweeted something about ice cream. So
I was just all I was gonna do is I was gonna retweet hers and with a quote retweet and said, what she said.
What she said.
Yeah.
But it was like for real. Like I kept looking up and like, I would sort of scan the group and see how everyone was doing. And like everyone was smiling the whole night. And like everyone was, no one took off early because they weren't having fun, right? Like it was only because they were trying to line up childcare that they had to take off early. So
yeah. And then, we had to chaperone walk Brad to his car at the end of the night,
We did.
Safety first, guys. Safety first.
Yeah. Safety first. Safety third, I thought, is what we'd settled on.
Yeah. And then all fitting on inside Patrick's Honda Civic, was it? I think he had.
Great. Yeah, for like 45 minutes on the way back.
I was great in the front seat.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
We were all walking like five across, like walking in a group down the sidewalk, and I was just like, we looked just like the closing sequence, the end credits of Buckaroo Banzai. And nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. No one had seen Buckaroo Banzai.
Nope.
If you're in the chat, please let me know if you have seen Buckaroo Banzai. I'm shocked by the number of people who don't know this movie.
Don't you worry. He will make sure he'll send you the link to it.
I'll put it in the comments.
Right.
It's a real head scratcher.
Well, because you still have to watch the rest of the movie. But Buckaroo Banzai is some of Jeff Goldblum's best work.
But it really was, and all kidding aside, it really was amazing to meet everybody. Everybody got along, and looking at it from our point of view, like from corporate media side, like, I think it was a huge success, right? Something that you said that started as hey, I'm gonna go here. Anybody that wants to join me, let's do this. And I was like, all right.
I don't think I've told this story on the podcast yet, or on the live show yet, but this thing happened basically because I broke up with someone I was dating, and I was just
gone to the Saints X night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
for real.
I don't think
we're on a free ticket.
Like baseball. Why do you think we're not together anymore? But no, like this relationship ended, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna start filling my weekends here. And like for literally, my bucket list was like to do 2 games in one day, and I knew that the Saints and the Twins were both ballparks that I wanted to add to my list. And so I just started scanning the schedule, and I was just going to do it by myself. Like I literally bought the ticket. I was just going to do it by myself, and I put it out on Twitter. And actually, the very first person who said, "Oh, I could do that too," was Jason Bone, who ended up not making it. So, but like put it out on Twitter as like I'm going to do this thing, and then all of a sudden there was like a movement. And now I guess it's not a surprise to let people know that we're planning more of these. And this is, this could be a Curve Brim Media thing.
It is not good. It will be.
Will be a Curve Brim Media thing. Exactly. Good point, Ed. So
just saying.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys. Thanks for organizing and planning it.
Yeah. So the real question then is, will Eric then make the trip to wherever we're holding it next time?
Ooh.
Well,
he will have to deliver the ice cream helmets.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think I've set the bar pretty high. So.
I think, to be honest, that Anna and Ed, you guys both live in places where this could be pulled off.
Correct.
Yeah, definitely not in June.
Not in June.
My neck of the woods.
Yeah, it would have to be somewhere around May for early May for Texas. June would be here, not bad. I would not do July or August in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Philip makes a really great point. 35 years ago yesterday, it's the anniversary of the and I was texting with the Curve Brim Media thread yesterday about this. The day a Keith Hernandez error led to a 5-run Phillies ninth, ruining Newman and Kramer's day at the ball game. So,
but more importantly, what's today's anniversary of what great movie?
Bull Durham.
That's right.
Bull Durham today. 34th anniversary today, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
And it still holds strong. I mean, that's a great movie, no matter what.
And to answer Zachary's question earlier, I've only attended one of the Northwoods League teams, and that's the Duluth Huskies. I've actually worked with the Huskies when I was in college. I was selling beer, summer job.
Nice.
That sounds like fun.
Yep.
It's funny you say that. Let's go ahead.
Go ahead, Ed. I was going to segue to a different question, so finish with that.
I was just telling Darla upstairs earlier, because I was watching a game. I was watching the Pit Spitters play, and I was like, I think next year I'm going to have to make it up there to the Northwest League. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I definitely got 1 or 2 games either in Michigan and in Wisconsin. So
yeah, we have 5, like Zachary said, 5 teams here in Minnesota. There's a handful or 2 in North Dakota, and then Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, I think.
Yep, so Indiana, Kokomo.
League's growing quite a bit since I worked with the Duluth Huskies a long time ago.
And showing games on ESPN Plus now, guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
By the way,
Savannah Bananas show up in the news. I get a bajillion emails from people or texts just like, "Hey, you ever heard of this team?"
Yes, I have. Which banana team though? Because there's 2 of them. Remember that, guys.
Yeah. Which one are you talking about? Oh, the Bananas.
Nope.
All right. After Anna's question, I have a question for Ed and Anna.
My question is for Eric about, so obviously a lot of baseball up in Minnesota. Have you been to any of these town ballparks and teams? And what's that experience like?
I actually haven't been to a game, but I've been to a few ballparks, unfortunately, when they've been empty, but it's unbelievable. And I actually have 2 coworkers who have their oldest kids are on a local town ball team, and just outside of the Twin Cities area. And basically the town shuts down on the weekends, and it's basically I won't say a big party, but just, there's tailgating, and, it's unbelievable. And you wouldn't think that here because it's Minnesota, but there's some really kind of historic, we call them mini ballparks, that look like minor league stadiums that may only hold 1,000 to 2,000 people, but they go all out. It's unbelievable. something I need to get to. And actually, where I live, there's a town ball team here that I think try to get to this summer with my oldest son. But yeah, it's big here.
I love that.
Does it feel like a town ball, like the, going back to the origins of baseball, right? Because that's how it started, right? Each town had their own team, or So I that's what it really feels to me like, when they say town ball in Minnesota.
Yeah, and there's actually been a lot of former major leaguers actually playing. The big name Terry Steinbach, the old Oakland Athletics catcher, went back to southern Minnesota, and he played, even well into his, I don't know how old he is now, but which is crazy because he was an all-star, won a World Series with the Athletics, and here he is. He's playing in front of a few hundred people in a small German town in southern Minnesota. So,
and having a time of his life.
Yeah.
All right. So my question, Ed and Anna, for you guys is, I got home on Sunday by like lunchtime. I was back in my house before noon on Sunday.
Laying on your couch and crying a little bit.
I was weeping softly into the doubleheader was over. And because my blood was like mostly chocolate syrup at that point. My question for you guys is like, so I was just like absolutely buzzing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like anyone who came near me, I was just like, like telling, like, just talking about all this. Did you guys have to turn this back a little bit, to tune it back a little bit for Darla and Nicole? The big yes from Ed. Like Ed's like, yeah. Oh,
I was told to literally go like this.
It's hilarious because when I got home, I was like, man, I had the best time. That was a lot of socialization for me. I just feel like I just want to like sit and like decompress. Oh, but hey, did you know we did this? And then we did this, and then we did this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And Nicole was like, yeah, I can tell you're really burned out on talking.
I could not. I didn't have a chance to really just like until later on in the night, just because as soon as I got home, and as you guys know, like being a parent is like, you got to be on until that kid, goes to sleep, and at that point, that is when you can just slow down. So by the end of the night, me and Darla, we sat down on the deck in the back, and just I told her everything that we did. It was a lot of fun. So
yeah, I had to be like real intentional. Like I was talking to some folks, and I was just like, tell me about what you did this weekend. Like I had to be like really intentional. Once I start talking, I'm not going to stop.
Right. But yeah, I did that. But you know what though? I'll do it all over again.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Absolutely. No, it was like we spent so much time looking forward to it, and then
yeah.
All right, so we got like 2 minutes to the top of the hour here. So Anna, who do you have tomorrow on your podcast?
We have one Jake Schneider, who was actually there with us at the Saints game.
That's right.
And,
I ate ice cream.
Yeah, so yeah, and so he comes on the show, gives us a lot of Twins history, a lot of good childhood memories with Kirby Puckett back in the day, and it's a good one. So
nice, awesome.
Nice.
That'll be fun. It'll be fun to hear a podcast episode with a person I've met.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anna, me, what? Well, we don't count. Is that what you're telling me? Is that we don't count?
Well, first of all, I hadn't met you until Saturday. Ed, who you got?
I have, as of right now, just for right now, Rhett Grammet-Bauer of playbaseball.org.
Nice.
So we talked about, playcatch. .org, and then about playing catch and how the origins of that movement, and then I might have our friend Ethan as well for that. So I'm working on that right now. But yeah, I'm excited for that.
Okay,
yes, sir. All
right. Well, mine is I have the Burlington sock puppets tomorrow. And this is the first time I've ever done this. I actually have a joint conversation with Dan Simon, who designed the logo, and then also Thomas Vickers and Anderson Rathbun. and who am I missing? I'm missing one more person from their front office. But the 4 Dan Simon and 3 guys from the front office, and we're all on together at the same time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the first time I'll have done that.
Love Anderson. He's such a good dude.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, it was really fun talking to all of them. So, and then subsequent episodes: Missoula Paddleheads, Bowling Green Hot Rods. I have one with Tyler Mon and Josh Jackson from Minor League Baseball, and then I have the Kannapolis Cannonballers.
Nice. All good stuff.
I got Chuck Domino as well coming up, man.
When do you have Chuck? Because I have Chuck on July 26th talking about.
Oh no, this one's coming up like right after Rhett. So next week is Rhett, and then Chuck Domino.
Yeah. I don't need you doing what those weasels from the Earned Fun Average did by
bastards
coming in and stealing my Bobby Moulette thunder.
Those bastards.
Yeah, a couple of
love those guys.
Go
Waterbots. Gentlemen.
Everyone has a Johnny Bolt impression now.
Love you, Johnny.
Oh, you guys are the best. This has been fun. We will see you next week. And thanks everyone for coming out and watching. Thanks for indulging our reminiscing. We'll get back to the regular questions next week.
We will get all that. We'll try.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Eric,
bye,
thanks
guys.
for joining us.
Thanks, Derek.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
Take care. Bye-bye.